welcome to episode. I'm really blurry.
Focus.
There we go. Hey everyone,
Focus.
welcome to episode 57 of the Just Us Guys podcast. This is a interesting week for sports. There's March Madness going on. The NFL free agent market is still wild. The NHL Trade Deadline just happened. We're in the home stretch of the NBA. There's a lot going on right now. So
He's making his bed.
today's just going to be an amalgamation of a bunch of probably topics that we're going to touch on. How is everything, boys?
Good.
Well,
Good. Yurt.
There we go.
You say vibes are high in the middle of a yawn.
Yeah, in the middle of a yawn,
Yeah.
we get a
That
vibes are high.
don't equate.
great.
The weekend was good. The weather, it could have been so good to play golf, but it would just rain the whole time.
It rained on Sunday only, Cal, not Saturday.
Rain
was
the
great.
whole time.
No, you had to work Saturday. Saturday was great.
Rain the whole time. It was just wet. Not the good type of wet.
All right, moving on. Cal, what's your question?
Oh, question. Yep. Kals Corner. My
Uh-huh,
corner.
that
The
thing.
one. Okay, so this is kind of like, is the Matrix, real type thing,
Okay.
Honestly, we all live in apartment complexes, all three of us.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All four of us. I mean, we have 3 apartments. Think back and really think about it. Have you ever seen your neighbors carrying groceries?
Yeah. Yesterday.
Yes.
Literally yesterday.
I haven't.
Yep.
I don't even know
I
what
offered, it was an old lady. I offered to
think
help.
about it.
I
really think
don't
about
even
it.
know what our next door neighbor looks like.
Yep.
I
No,
don't.
yesterday. Like around 5:30.
But I mean, really think about it.
I am.
Like
Oh.
contemplate it.
Okay, you never
Yes, I've seen it.
you've never seen them groceries, let alone groceries, or you've never seen them in general. Like
I don't
ever.
know the people. I don't know what the people who beside us look like.
Yeah, honestly,
Wow.
if there was a death and a cop came out, just like, can you draw like?
I would have no
missing
clue what they
person?
look like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I only know the guy that
people
lives
look
over
like.
there because he came to yell at me one day because I was yelling at NHL.
How old is he?
I'm gonna say mid-30s. Looks older though.
Oh, he needs to figure it out. If he's mid-30s, come on. He should have came over and said, "Can I watch it with you?"
I don't know what the people beside us look like at all. I've never seen them before in my life. The only thing I see is they literally DoorDash like all their food. They never leave ever.
Yeah, I've never heard the door open and
packages that
close.
sit outside their doors for literally days at a time, and that's it. Like that's it. That's all. I've never seen him
True.
before.
Our
The-
apartment
the
complex
people from
is
across me. I see him quite often, but he just goes down and sits in his car and literally lets it run in his car for like an hour and then gets back out. Like
our apartment complex is super, super nice. Like way too nice for Kate and I. But the people that live here are very odd.
they're very odd.
Yeah.
Very
Very
odd.
odd.
Very odd. We
You
don't.
can't. It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest place you could ever live.
Yeah.
You just don't get it. It just doesn't.
And it's a good weird. It's not like people were like looking into your windows type weird. It's the opposite. You don't know if anyone's living here type weird.
Yeah.
You guys are saying all this is a little child just yelled outside of my door, so.
Kai
Nice.
says he lives in the ghetto, but I don't think it's that bad. Like I don't think it's that
Dog,
bad.
there was a stabbing and a SWAT in the span of 4 weeks.
100%. Yep, 100%. But like,
I mean,
but
we had 4 dumpster fires within
Yeah,
literal
if
dumpster
if anybody
fires.
if anybody
In
lives in
our
the ghetto, it's
apartment.
me.
Yeah, Evan does. No,
Evan
Evan.
lives
Yeah.
more in the ghetto than you do, Ty.
Yeah.
That is a factual statement.
And honestly, our
like,
townhouse
Evan's buildings below him are actually boarded up.
I mean,
Our
I do live within a
townhouse is in
mile
Pittsburgh.
of
That's pretty bad, too.
What? I live within a mile of a Walmart, a Panda
Yeah.
Express, a Culver's, a Denny's, a Starbucks, an AutoZone.
Dude, that Denny's
Dude, okay.
stacked.
Denny's
I
is
ate
good,
I
man.
bought the fucking
Ty.
breakfast at that Denny's.
How is Culver's Burger?
Honestly, I just had it for the first time over the weekend. Shout out to Rachel because she literally made me go there. Two things: the burger is phenomenal. Their milkshakes are great, and their cheese curds, their fried cheese curds, are holy shit.
So
Like, good?
okay, but I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about it. So like, that's a
No, it was
positive.
good. It was good.
And Culver's is just another fast food chain.
Yeah,
It's a burger joint.
It's a burger.
It's like
joint.
a Five Guys.
Think Five Guys.
In
think
and out.
How does it rank? So you've had In-N-Out, Five Guys, and you've had Five Guys.
Five Guys is dead last every time. Its price is not worth what the fuck.
No, see, the burger is good, but the price is horrible.
No, dude, it's like $18 for a double cheeseburger. Like, no.
I
will go to In-N-Out for a
$5
$5 burger every day of the week.
We were in Vegas, guys. You guys had In-N-Out, right?
Yes.
I thought it was extremely mid, and I thought that
it is $5.
I think the only reason I think it's mid because the expectations were so high.
Yes.
But again, it is a $5 double cheeseburger.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna make a statement, and I'm standing by this statement. Wendy's fast food burgers are better than all those burgers. I don't care price. I don't care whatever. They are better, and I'm not gonna argue this with anyone. That's just my opinion. I think In-N-Out was like just a normal burger, like nothing crazy.
Yes.
I think Five Guys is overpriced. It's not that great to me. I've had, like Burgatory, dude. I've gone to, I understand.
Talk about overpriced.
I've
never been there, and I will never walk.
Burger you're getting. I can go to almost any sit-down restaurant in the United States and get just as good of a burger for that burger that's $20. Like, that's what I'm saying.
When we were down,
it's still beef. It's not like it's like that much better. It's not like it's like 10 times better in my opinion. That's just me though.
We were down
the best burger. That's just where I stand on it.
We were down at Levi's place and they had like this like mom and pop, like actually it was like college kids ran a burger joint. Good. And it was legit. You walk in to the counter with a piece of paper and you write down, you hit a check mark of what you want toppings on it and what size burger you want. And it comes out with burger, fries, and they give you a styrofoam cup for a drink. And let me tell you what, it was out. You were in and out in 15, 20 minutes, and that burger was.
They don't let that drink get to half full, and they literally are filling it up.
And it's all college. It's literally all college kids. Just all college dudes walking around with Crocs and sweatpants and a t-shirt.
That was the best burger I've ever had. Was when we went visited Levi a couple years ago. The chili. The one that I got with chili on it. That was the best burger I've ever had.
The one where I got the peanut butter and bacon at.
Yes.
The peanut butter and banana.
Same restaurant.
Yeah. That peanut butter and banana burger was good.
That was really good. I got a pimento cheese one and it was fantastic. I got another one this time when I went down there, pimento cheese, and it was amazing.
Levi knows all the spots.
Oh yeah. His girlfriend took us.
I was about to say, look at it.
His girlfriend took us to this one.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah, she did.
Shout out Morgan.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well,
we went down a rabbit hole.
Was my bag still there?
We did go on a rabbit hole there.
That's the type of questions
I'm glad that
I provide.
Is a place we can hit now. Because like if I have Ty's opinion, then that's an opinion I can value.
It's good.
I tried to go when we were in Florida. Kate said no. I tried to go when we were in Carolina.
Make sure to get the cheese fries too, because their cheese sauce is really good.
Our whole family, dude, listen, you can't take a whole family of people to a new restaurant they never had, like a fast food joint like that, without going there first, without some type of recommendation. It's a shit show if you don't. Period. Period. I had Evan to take me the first time I went to Chipotle, and it made the experience 10 times easier.
That actually was horrible. My first experience at Chipotle was horrible.
Actually, mine too, Cal, because I got the wrong stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we figured it out.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, speaking of Chipotle, because I just got it today, shout out their new garlic chicken. Fantastic.
Garlic chicken.
Good. Yes, it's garlic and lime, and it's really, really good.
I'm gonna have to try it. I got Moe's today.
What?
Moe's.
Traitor.
All right. Into the mile high question, fellas. Are we good on burgers now?
Let's do it.
For real though, Five Guys sucks.
We went from groceries to burgers somehow. Fast food burgers.
Hey, it works. All right, so the mile high question this week from the guys at the Afternoon Drive is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how concerning is the Nuggets' recent fade? For point of reference, in their last 6, they are 2-4. They've lost to the Warriors at home, the Raptors at home, beat the 76ers, beat the Wizards, lost to the Cavs, lost to the Celtics.
They lost to 4 good teams and
4 playoff teams.
And again,
I was just about to say those are quality losses.
So the thing is, in their last 10 to close it out, because right now they are tied with Minnesota for 6th, but by a tiebreaker, they're technically 7th in the West.
So they're in the play-in game.
Currently. Just point of reference, in the East, they're sitting comfortably in 5th. But yeah, to close out the season, the Nuggets have the Clippers today, the Suns, Thunder, Hornets, Pacers, Timberwolves, Lakers, Spurs, Grizzlies, Lakers. And 6 of those last 10, I think 6 of the last 10 are going to be at home. So, I mean, other than if you get by the Suns and the Lakers twice, I think you're fine. I mean, I know the Grizzlies are really good, but up in the air.
They play the Timberwolves, you said?
I'm going to that game, actually, yeah.
They're the best team in basketball since the All-Star break.
Yes, they are, and again,
Boston.
they're surging to that's going to be a huge game for basically the 7th seed.
Mm-hmm. Them and Boston are the hottest teams in the NBA right now.
So for me, I'm not.
The Suns who are
Tatum for MVP is still alive.
Yeah, it is. But realistically, I'm not really I'm at a 4. I'm not really concerned because they're not going to fall out of at least a play-in game, so I don't see a reason why there's any real pause for concern. Now, if they drop 6 or 7 of the last 10, then there's a reason for concern. But other than that, I don't really. I think the Nuggets are going to be fine. They might get MPJ back. Jamal Murray's looking less and less likely, but I'm not really worried.
That's what I was going to say. I was just going to say the only thing that concerns me out of Denver is just the report that Jamal Murray's not even close to coming back.
Yeah.
That he kind of almost reverted. It seems like
whether it's a single game or it's the season. Basketball is a game of runs. We see it every day in NBA, college, high school, whatever, Pee-wee. I don't care. Talk about it. They go through runs, whether it's a couple game stretch. They played against solid playoff teams, championship caliber teams. Maybe not so much the Raptors, but championship caliber teams. And yeah, you're going to win a couple. You're going to lose a couple. It is what it is. Joker's still balling out.
Well, and if you go back,
they're trying to find an identity. They don't have an identity.
No, they have Nikola Jokic. That's
him. That's their identity.
By the way, they're 6-4 in their last 10.
Yeah, 2-4 in the last 6. That happens to every team in the NBA. I'm sure we could probably go back and find a team that won 2-4 in their last 6 this year. That's first or second in the conference. So
did the Lakers finally win without LeBron scoring 50? That's what happened last night, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I will honestly say the only thing that first off, this is what the Denver Nuggets are. They're not going to. I don't think they'll win a playoff series.
Not without Jamal and MPJ.
Yeah,
it's
they're
just
not
going
to win a playoff series. So what are you? You're without those guys. You're a team that should beat bad teams and lose to good teams. I mean, that's just where they are. It's not anyone's fault. It's just health is an issue. So you're not going to go on the road and beat Boston. Right, Boston right now is playing the best team in the East through the last month, and you're just not going to do that. But should they go beat the Clippers, who don't have really anybody playing besides Reggie Jackson and one of the Morris brothers? Sure, they should beat those teams, but they should not beat the Suns. If the Suns lose to Denver, that's a bad loss to the Suns right now.
Well, yeah, a team that's 58-14 and literally 16 games up on the entire division. Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not just division, conference.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a concern. What I will say is, what Evan said, the Murray and MPJ injury history / recovery is more of a concern than how the team's playing right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jamal, it was almost, I think it just passed maybe a week or so ago, but the 1 year for him tearing his ACL. He's going they sent him to the G League to practice and everything, and he's going to stay down there a little bit longer because why bring him? He got a max contract. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but he's a $200 million player. Don't bring him back unless he's ready.
It's still crazy. He was one of those people that benefited from people resetting the market.
Yeah, but also in a playoff series against the Suns, he averaged 35 points and 10 assists.
He's definitely good, but I don't know if he's a $200 plus million man.
Is that a max contract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
MPJ got one too. We have 3 max contract players on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And two of the 3 are hurt, and Nikola Jokic still has the team above 500. So.
Right. Yeah, I would just be more worried about the team's health than I would be. I mean, they're probably not going to win a playoff series. If they're anywhere outside of home court, they're literally playing either the Warriors, Memphis, the Blazers, not the Blazers, sorry, the Suns or the Jazz right now. You're probably going to lose that series. All of those series. Maybe the best chance you have is probably against the Jazz.
Well, again, so right now I was wrong. They actually they are in the 6th seed. They're half a game above the Timberwolves right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they are 2 games behind the Mavericks in 5th place. So, thing is, I don't even know if you want to get to 5 and play the Jazz. Because right now you play the Warriors, which, who knows?
No matter what matchup you say in that top 4, it sucks.
Suns, Grizz, Warriors, or Jazz. I mean, yeah, I get it.
Well, they're all polar opposite of what the Nuggets are. Like the Nuggets have to like slow you down, grind you out in the playoffs because they're not gonna be able to keep up with scoring, and those teams just want to run and score.
No, and that's
Memphis hits on the over like 65% of games. Like they don't give a shit.
Yeah, the Nuggets are a big under team.
Yeah, they just run.
Mainly because they're really good at defense, but also, yeah, I mean, it's if Nikola Jokic doesn't drop 30, 10, and 10, then we have to rely on, our guards to actually hit more than 2 threes a game.
Hey, while we're on the topic of the NBA, do you guys think that Kevin Durant's, like, when he does the small, like, celebration is, like, one of the corniest, stupid things?
That's hilarious to me.
Dude, doing this is stupid, but whenever people do, like, the hand to the knee, I think that's funny as hell.
I think the hand to the knee was very good.
Yeah, like when they run down the court, the hand to the knee, like I love that.
The only reason
running down the court like
times,
this is like really, really funny.
There's times where I hate it. Like I watched that last game the other night, Kate, that TCU versus Arizona game.
Yeah.
When the 2 guys of equal stature, the dude makes a layup on him, and then he runs down the court. His hand. I'm like, bro, you guys are the same size. Like,
no, that's the point though.
Like I hate that though.
They play small. Yeah.
I know, but then he does the same thing on the other side of the court. Like,
you're little, can't guard him. You're little.
I think it's
doing it to a short player is like corny. Like
when Katie did it to that dude, that was awesome.
He's done it twice. He did it to Fournier for the Knicks, and then did it to somebody last night. I don't know who it was.
Well, he didn't do the short thing. He didn't do the short thing.
Because that player
pointed at him like this
for no reason.
When he did it, he didn't do the short thing last night. He pointed at him like this guy, like you said, like this guy. That's what he did last night. That wasn't. It didn't do small. He was like this guy.
Also, shout out LeBron for being second all-time scoring.
Yeah,
just thought we had to.
I guess we do need to mention that.
I know we're in the mile high, and
this is NBA talk too. We're just gonna roll into it.
What is absolutely crazy right now? I said it to Kate this morning is that. We got Giannis, Embiid, and LeBron all 3 tied for the scoring title right now at 28.9 points per game.
There you go. You got it.
It is absolutely ridiculous in of their own right, where you got LeBron, who obviously he's 40 and he's still –
You're 19.
Like, it's crazy. Like, it's just unfathomable. We'll never see it again, honestly. Giannis, who literally is his entire team he literally is his entire team. And then you got Joel Embiid, who gets all of his points off of just 2-pointers and free throws.
There you go. That was the important part that needs to be mentioned.
All 3 of them do it in their completely different own way, and they're all 3. It's like we haven't seen big men get wing scoring titles and MVPs, and we're starting to see more right now
since 2000.
Yeah. So
the NBA is a circle; it'll always come back around eventually.
Yeah.
The one more thing about the NBA they're talking about, though, as I will 100% commend, like, LeBron James for being, like, second all-time, and he will be, like, the number 1 all-time scorer. 2 things. The comment on Kals thing about we'll never see it again, we actually will see it a lot, I think, going forward, because of the way that players train, recover, and, like, just overall take care of their bodies way better than, like, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson did. Like all those things, I think we're going to see guys. LeBron.
I'm saying more dominant. Like
no, that's what I'm saying too. I don't see anything right now at 27 years old slowing down Giannis Antetokounmpo besides like a major injury, which we could say for any player like ever.
No, I mean,
that's what's so impressive about
the
LeBron.
thing is LeBron still hasn't had any. He's never had a serious injury. Has he had bone bruises and tweaked his hip?
And the last couple of years is like the only thing and he's 37. Like it's time. But I think we're going to see that a lot more. We're seeing quarterbacks playing into their early 40s at like almost a minimum now. So like that was not even possible. Even 10 years ago, did we see quarterbacks?
Brett Favre was an anomaly playing at 41.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I think that's one. And then 2, the other thing I was going to say about like the MVP voting, there's legitimately like 6 or 7 people that if I think won MVP, I think would be very valid.
No,
like,
I think that you can't really argue it
like
too
John
much.
Morant, I can't sit here and say John Morant like shouldn't be in that conversation. He's taken a small market team without a second like superstar, right? And is this number 2 seed in the West. Like that's very impressive. Devin Booker, who's been absolutely balling out without Chris Paul, should be in the conversation.
Giannis, Jokic, Embiid,
Luka
could be in there.
Luka without a second star has a better record against all those.
Him and Spence are pretty good together.
Yeah, no, but he's not a star though by any means. Yeah, and then you even have Jason Tatum, and he's been absolutely balling out. He's got the most 50-point games this year, and I'm not saying he's carrying the team because he's got a good supporting cast, but they've made an absolute push. There's like 7 dudes that can win MVP in my opinion. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, there's only one person that can win most improved.
Need Jason Tatum, baby.
Who gets most improved?
Tyrese Maxey, and it's not even close.
Oh.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey.
Dude went for average like 3 points a game.
DeJounte Murray's going to win it. DeJounte Murray.
Yeah,
he's going to. Really
win
good.
It. Yeah, he should
he
win
plays for the Spurs?
Yeah.
DeJounte is really fucking good.
You know who should win it over Tyrese Maxey? Just because of the team.
Tyrese Maxey's not going to win. I'm just saying. Yeah, I think.
No. Tyrese Maxey is 100% deserving of votes, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should have.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Sag is also really good.
Dude, he's a beast.
He's right now. I think like over the course of like the last like month and a half, he's averaging over like 38 and 7.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, he's really good too.
I mean, hey, maybe Zion will win it next year when he actually plays a game of basketball.
Don't even bring up the guy's name.
That's another little thing he's done for the season. So
I saw Gary McCockiner tweet today that the Pelicans would make an NBA Finals if he didn't get introduced to Gumbo.
I mean, look, I do love those pictures of him looking like he's 350 pounds, though.
He is, though. He is that big.
The big dude. They announced Damian Lillard's not going to come back the rest of the season.
Yeah, Dame's out too. I mean, Portland's a shit show this season, so
they're just tanking.
Listen,
they're tanking.
No, listen. It's a really good idea to put money down right now. The Portland Trailblazers making the playoffs next year.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of a lot of contracts to be able to sign people and like probably trade and do whatever they want to do over the summer. They're going to have a playoff caliber team next year. And I bet right now those odds are horrendous.
Oh, I'm sure. Also, the Thunder are 0-10 in their last 10.
Mm-hmm.
Was it this year it took like 19 games for them to get a win? Was it this year or was it last year?
No, that was the Rockets, I believe.
Rockets, that it was, yeah.
Yeah, the Rockets were really bad at the start of the year.
Yeah.
The Rockets are the only team in NBA history to have like a 15-game winning streak and a 15-game losing streak in the same.
Correct. And they had but the thing is, they had that 15-game winning streak, and they have 18 total wins.
Chris Wood is another one up there too for like
Chris Paul
improved.
Oh, yeah. Christian Wood, yeah. Christian Wood, yeah. No, I pretty much play him in FanDuel every week.
Yeah, he's a beast.
All right, let's stick with basketball. Let's switch to March Madness and just get caught up on that really quick. So, if you did follow us on our bracket and take all of our things, you would currently have, I believe it's sitting at like, we have 90-some points. So we are currently 73% correct in picks. We are 35 of 48. That is accounting for some of the ones that we did have advancing that did lose. I'm looking at you, Kentucky. But yeah, on day one we had 56 points. We were 50 of 64, and then on round two we were 40 of 64. So round two hurt a little bit, but yeah. Day one, boys, we went 25 of 32 games. I'm happy with that.
It's not bad with a handful of big upsets. I mean, there was what five double seeded teams, digit seeds that moved on.
I mean, New Mexico State was a big one. There were a lot. I mean, hell, look at dude. One of the Sweet 16 matchups is a 10 against an 11.
An 11, yeah.
That bracket, dude, you really did get screwed on yours, Cal. In the Midwest, has just been absurd.
Yes.
But yeah, that's where we're at right now. All four of our final four picks are still alive, which is good. We had Gonzaga, Purdue, Kansas, and Villanova. I think our... Yeah, actually... Wait, is Wisconsin's not here, so that one hurts.
Yeah, Wisconsin lost.
I was gonna say our Elite Eight is actually also good, except for Wisconsin. So who knows?
Really, our Elite Eight? Because I have Purdue beating Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought in our pod.
No, we got
Kentucky.
Purdue against
UCLA.
Hey, we got Purdue against UCLA. That's still alive.
Yeah.
Kansas, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not there. Then Arizona, Villanova, and Gonzaga, Texas Tech. Which, after watching the West, I'm almost certain it's going to be Gonzaga's
Arizona's
Tech.
out.
Is Arizona out? Oh,
yeah.
Wait.
No, Arizona won.
No, Arizona won. They won in overtime.
They beat TCU.
They won overtime. They shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have won in overtime.
They shouldn't have won that at all, but they did.
No.
So yeah, we're 7 of 8 on our Elite 8. So let's see what happens this weekend.
My bracket for that.
Who do we have advancing?
Our final 4 is Gonzaga, Purdue, Villanova, Kansas.
Okay.
So still alive.
I have UCLA. I had UCLA beating UNC this round.
You did,
and then I have Purdue beating Kentucky, but Kentucky's not in it. And then I have Purdue beating UCLA. Got it.
Correct.
I had Kentucky versus Auburn in my championship.
If UNC wins, I'm praying they lose in the guys. If UNC wins on Friday against UCLA, I'm praying they lose the Elite Eight game.
Why?
Because if they have to play Duke in a Final Four game, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh no, Cade might and if they lose, Cade might actually.
I'm going to kill myself.
That's not a joke.
Not a joke at all. I want Coach K to go out watching.
But also, Cade. What if UNC knocks him out?
I was gonna say you could go for maximum.
It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth.
You could go for maximum pain.
It's not worth the risk.
I was gonna say you could go from potential suicide to you're calling Jordan over to make a kid that night. Like
no, it's not worth it. It's not. I'm telling you right
maximum
now.
Pain.
I'll name my first kid Hubert. I won't. But I just can't do it. I can't do it.
Huber.
I won't do it. Dude.
A lot of good nicknames could come from Huber. Really. Yubi.
Bird.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that UNC game real quick?
Yeah.
Did anyone else watch the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Do you watch the game, Evan?
Mm-hmm.
I want your honest opinion, the unbiased opinion. I want to hear what you had to say.
So I honestly, by watching the game, meaning I started to watch when they were coming back.
Okay, what time did you start watching the game? Like minutes left in the game?
I turned on the game when they were up 25.
Okay, perfect. That's right when it kicks in. Let's go.
So, I mean, I was laughing because I know how much pain you were in.
You should. I had every item that was throwable in the room. In my
I can imagine.
Cole wouldn't go near him. Jordan was.
Oh yeah, Cole was for sure hidden somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. When he hit the layup to tie it, I knew something was thrown in Cade's apartment for sure. Something was said, done. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
forcefully. Then really in overtime,
he told a 19-year-old that he'd get hit by a car, which he got hit by a car on the way home from the game.
No, he didn't, dude. No, he didn't. Now everyone is behind Cal. Move on.
No, I said honestly, said
Cade,
I wish he would get hit by a car. That blonde-haired kid.
That last 5 minutes is probably the worst 5 minutes. You've seen Carolina blow a lead in a long time, but then overtime was pretty smooth sailing, to be honest.
Okay, so my honest opinion, I don't like to say this because I don't believe it's always true because I still think everything considered, UNC should have still won by at least 8 points.
Yeah, even with the refs doing what they did, they still should have won in regulation.
First, that is 100% not a flagrant 2 foul. That is a flagrant 1 to the book. Flagrant 2 is like so blatantly obvious that like you have the intent.
No, I mean that's like a punch.
Yeah, like you have the intent to remove someone from the game in the NCAA tournament to get ejected. And the thing is that I actually because always information comes out after things like this happens. That's the same referee that ejected Brady Manick from his senior night in Oklahoma. So obviously,
he actually hates kids.
Yeah, he definitely has like some type of issue with Brady Manick. Who knows? But that's 1. 2, it was 100% mismanagement on Hubert Davis's coaching to leave Caleb Love in the game with 7 minutes left with 4 fouls. Like he should have sat down at the minimum 3 minutes. Give me under 5 minutes of no fouling from Caleb Love instead of watching him foul out with under 8 minutes to go. Like that was bad. Like that was.
I was so surprised. I was so surprised.
I didn't even know he had 4. Like I didn't even know he had 4. Maybe they didn't even know they had 4. Either way, someone f***ed up. They f***ed up. Yes, they could not break a press in the last 5 minutes. But
yeah. I forgot
the only thing I understand that they're college athletes and they're all were stars on the respective schools they played for. But no matter what, if you only have one ball handler in that situation, because UNC only has really 2 ball handlers on the team, because one got suspended because he's got bad grades. So if you only have one ball handler on, it's so easy to trap a team. It's so easy to beat the shit out of a freshman who's 6'9" and can't dribble it up the court confidently because he doesn't want to screw up. I mean, like that's like the perfect pressing opportunity, right? Like that's the best.
Yeah.
It literally looked like a varsity team against the junior high, teaching the junior high how to break a press.
Right.
And them just absolutely just dominating. That's what it looked like. It was horrible. Horrible. Right.
And then, but the UNC still should have won the game of regulation if they would have made free throws. Armando Bacot and RJ Davis missed a couple free throws down the stretch, but I mean, a win's a win. We move on. See you in Philly.
Yeah.
You going?
Dude, I listen, I'm not going to the Friday game. If they win Friday, I'm going. Because Friday's at 9:00. It's
How far is Philly from here? 6 hours?
You're driving across the state of Pennsylvania.
I told him he has better.
He's also driven 8 hours to see a UNC game before.
Yeah.
Listen, okay. This is my logic. How many UNC games am I going to be able to see in Pennsylvania alone? Every other year,
at least once a year. At least once a year.
No, they don't. They play a pit like at most every once. Like they haven't played a pit since 2019.
At least once a year.
So 3 years ago, they play there next year. But other than that, when am I ever going to see them play in Pennsylvania? Nowhere. So let alone to be able to see them for an NCAA tournament.
It's pretty much New Jersey.
Yes.
Anyways,
it's pretty much New Jersey.
To be able to play a NCAA tournament game, I'm not going to miss it. If it's an Elite Eight game and they win, I will be there. If not, I'm not going to the Sweet 16 game.
Fair enough.
When's the next game? Saturday.
Sunday. It'll be Friday, Sunday.
Friday, Sunday.
Friday, Sunday. That's what I meant.
At 9:50 p.m. Yeah.
Fun.
So,
but if they win,
also
you use a PTO game.
If they win, I'm literally waking up Saturday morning and I'm driving to Philly. So
yeah, smart. Also, I have to say this, Evan, I need to apologize to you because I straight up thought Michigan was going to lose to Colorado State. You picking them to get all the way to the Sweet 16, good on you. I thought Tennessee was going to kick their ass even if they did get by Colorado State, and that didn't happen either. But also, speaking of Michigan, the Big Ten is dog shit other than like 3 schools.
Every year. No, it's every year. This happens every year. Yeah.
You listen, the Big Ten, there's a reason why the Big Ten hasn't won a championship since 2000. They suck. They're
not good.
They suck. Like, that's it. There's no other option. They suck. Yes, they have a bunch of schools. They have like literally 30 schools in the conference. I hope you can find 9 that can make an NCAA tournament.
What do you mean they don't have 10?
Yeah.
They got like 30 teams, and then they get 9 of them in there, and then they all suck. Every year. The best opportunity they've had to win a title the last like decade was Michigan when they made the title. I give them that. Last year's Michigan's Final Four run, and like 8 years ago when Michigan State made the Final Four. Like that's it. Wait.
Yeah, no, like outside of like 3 schools. Like
the Final Four 3 years ago against Duke. They beat Duke with Zion and them. So them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they've had 3 opportunities in the last 20-some years to win a title, and they can't. And every year we see Wisconsin. Yes, they had one good run in 2015. They can't win games past the second round.
Iowa chokes. Iowa's supposed to be this giant powerhouse. They've lost in the first and second round the last 2 years.
Wisconsin's coach has not gone out of the second round in his career.
Yeah.
He has not gone out of the first weekend in his career.
And they've had good teams.
Yeah.
They've had good teams.
We're calling for his head.
They're bad. They're just bad. Purdue's our biggest hope for the Big Ten this year.
Michigan, baby.
If Michigan gets by Nova, I mean.
I think they will. I think Michigan beats Nova.
I mean,
I really do.
Listen, wait.
I think that's where it stopped for me. I think Nova.
You have Nova in the Final Four.
Yeah, you got
Nova in the Final Four.
We want Nova. We want Nova.
Cade, listen. You can't ever make up.
No, I don't want Nova.
You can never make up.
I don't want Nova. I want Nova.
The absolute
Mr. Jenkins.
Absolute abysmal coaching.
Isn't Nova in the same bracket as Duke?
No.
They're not. Then I don't care. Never mind.
You can never make up for the most abysmal coaching I've ever seen by Roy Williams, but not telling them to get up on them, meet them at half court when the game is on the line. Like, it literally just baffles me. It was almost scripted. Almost scripted.
What if there is another UNC Nova buzzer beater this year?
I don't know why we're talking about this, because the very next year, the only thing I can remember is UNC winning a national title. So
that's one of the very few moments where I actually remember I could walk to the physical spot in the planet Earth where I was standing when I watched that bucket go in.
It was so funny.
And in the apartment.
Absolutely absurd.
And the
703
the shot that everyone forgets of Marcus Page that was just
no one
nutty.
forgets it. It's nutty. It's insane. The fact that they lost is stupid.
It's the shot forgotten though. It's the shot forgotten because no one ever thinks of it because the next shot was the game winner. Like, you never have game winners in the championship game ever. Never happens. Never happens.
I know, we get to see it every year now.
Yeah, it is every time.
Dude, all I remember from those times is Justin Jackson getting a breakaway dunk up 3 to go up 5 with 10 seconds left. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, no, you remember plenty.
And then the next possession,
I remember us begging you not to drive.
Yeah, and then the next possession is Theo Pinson throwing the ball straight up in the air. That's all I know.
All right. So with this weekend, who do we still like our Final Four? Or after seeing the first couple of rounds?
I like my team. I think Kansas can win it.
Who do I have?
I think Kansas can win
it. So you had Nova coming out of yours. Cal has Kansas coming out of his. Kate has Purdue coming out of his, and I have Gonzaga.
Purdue's a national champion.
I like Nova.
Yeah, see,
I like Purdue.
I mean, Gonzaga,
well,
I think Texas Tech might be able to do it, but...
I mean, Villanova would be playing a 10 seed, right?
I have Texas Tech beating them.
Right now.
Dude, after watching Texas Tech, I truly believe that they can beat a bunch of white dudes.
After watching Gonzaga, they struggled with the first game until the last.
They struggled with the second game, too.
Yeah.
Trouble with the second game. Dude, listen.
Again, I think they're going to beat the shit out of Arkansas, though.
It's almost like you can't play in the Mountain Ass Conference for 30 games of your 35-game schedule and expect to do very well against talented teams. It's just
whatever you do.
San Francisco State is really good.
Whatever you do.
Are they in the same conference?
Yeah. That's who Gonzaga plays during the year.
Gonzaga.
School, bro. It's not even like a.
Yeah.
That sounds like California State. That's where I went to school, bro. What the fuck?
That Gonzaga Arkansas game, I don't care what the line is, but the under.
Probably.
Arkansas is like the top 3 best defensive team in the nation. They give up 55 points a game.
Again, Texas Tech in defensive efficiency is number 1 in the entire thing. So
hey, go back and clip when I said that Arkansas are a bunch of complete dogs and they could win it. I did say that.
You said they could beat Gonzaga. They're not getting to the Final Four.
They can win it.
Texas Tech will mop the floor with Arkansas.
Hey, I also want to point out though that I think personally the best team in the country is North Carolina right now. That's fair. I mean, they're hot as a motherfucker right now, dude. They're really hot right now. I think they're 10-2 in their last 12.
10 minutes. Except for the last 10 minutes of
15-3 in their last 18.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
what I
so that's
Not only that, but I mean, listen, even though they did crumble in that press, they still beat the number 1 seed and reigning champions with 2 starters.
No, I get it. You're not going to hear any argument out of me.
I'm just saying.
All right, let's hop into the NFL news. I'm wearing brown. Let's talk about the Browns. Transitions, segments. We got this shit.
Browns, I got a shit.
Go for it. I mean, if you don't want to talk about your favorite quarterback that didn't play last year, I mean, you don't have to.
I love Deshaun. I'm so mad he went to the Browns.
But yes, big news. Deshaun Watson is officially a Brown. 5 years, $230 million guaranteed dollars. But his first year is only $1 million. So even if he does miss all of the games, he only misses $1 million out of that contract. The Browns are so greasy and sleazy for that. I hate it. But the Browns have him. They signed Jacoby Brissett to be the backup. Baker Mayfield doesn't know what the to do. He wanted to go to the Colts. Matt Ryan got traded to the Colts. So now my guess is Seattle or Carolina.
He's going to be a backup.
He's going to be a backup.
Baker ain't going to be
a lot of people are talking about him to go to the Bucks to be a backup there. and slide in behind Brady once he's
game
gone.
managing quarterbacks, they could compete for the job.
I'm not even going to argue with you on that one. Not going to do it.
What?
No, I can't argue it because, yeah.
He
Game
could
managers competing for the job.
He could easily go to the Jets if he wanted to and take the quarterback spot.
Well, again, that's why, dude, the Seahawks right now have Drew Lock.
Yeah. DK likes Drew Lock, though.
DK's going to say that about any. DK's not going to be in Seattle much longer.
DK has not caught a ball from Drew Lock's hands yet.
I hope
he likes him. He said, he said, everyone watch your tongue with that Drew Lock boy. He's my guy.
Yeah, and if Baker shows up, DK's going to like him just as much, too.
I hope DK's wearing green come.
He is wearing green. Seattle has green on their jerseys.
No, green and black come Sundays of September.
I hope Baker gets another shot somewhere.
Cade, we can say this. We both hope he's wearing green.
Yeah. So, Evan, I agree. I don't think Baker Mayfield should not be a starter in this league. I mean, he's 100% a starter in this league. I will stand on the hill and die on this hill that the Cleveland Browns are the Cleveland Browns.
Browns is the Browns.
Almost like Juju was right.
Baker didn't improve.
No, him and Jackson are just not poking that bear. Not on recorded film.
What?
Juju and Jackson Mahomes being best friends in KC, no.
Oh, straight up though. I mean, there's no doubt that like Baker Mayfield's fall is 100% attributed to Cleveland at the same time.
Again, we all agreed last year he needed to not play after like week 8 when he clearly had a broken shoulder.
Well, not only that, but like he also, like, I'm not blaming him, but like the whole situation with OBJ, like, I mean, they never really had a great receiving core around him because OBJ was hurt. I think Jarvis Landry's not that great. Like, I don't think Jarvis Landry's like someone that like I would scream.
Did he sign somewhere yet?
No.
Jarvis, OBJ, and Julio have not signed anywhere.
Yeah, like he's not like someone who I think is like really great. So it's the same situation I said about Carson Wentz. Like, it's not fair, like, to name a great quarterback in the NFL without a great receiver. You can't find one, period. So I just think it's a little unfair.
Packers are 8-0 without Devontae Adams since 2019. So
right, yeah, that's fine. But like they're also like 45-9 with him the last 3 years.
Yes.
Yeah. So like yeah. So it's just like it's not fair.
92% of his of Aaron Rodgers' attempts have gone to Devontae Adams.
Yeah, no, I'm not. He was 50% of our offense last year.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not fair to shit on Baker in this situation. But what I will say is the Browns are super sleazy for not even speaking to the representatives of lawyers, like the lawyer that's representing all these women. Didn't even do an investigation. Didn't even say anything about it. Just went and did it. Like, they're
just trying to win some football games.
Yeah, like that was really, really wild.
Again, the contract is the worst thing for me. Like that is so gross.
It also would be the most Browns thing ever is if he actually does go to jail and then that's guaranteed money. It's guaranteed money, and they have to pay his camp his entire long. He's in jail.
To be fair, $230 million has to be enough for bail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, that would be the biggest Browns thing to ever happen ever.
You almost pray it does.
No, I don't know. I don't want to pray.
No.
If he actually did it, then yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like
Go
you just kind of want, because the Browns are such like a soap opera. Like whenever these things start to go great, they hit a dark turn at some point, or like a movie, right? Like the Browns are like that. You almost pray for it because it's like coming. You're like kind of like waiting for it.
Either way, with everything that's happening, especially on the AFC side, it's pretty much the entire playoff picture is going to have literally 5 teams from either the AFC North and the AFC West, and then the 2 other divisional winners in the playoffs, and that's it.
I mean, right now, realistically, yeah, it's lining up that way. Again, I don't know if honest to God, I know the Bengals shored up their line and got like 3 big signings. I don't know if the Bengals make it back. Like, I think that might have just been lightning in a bottle, to be fair. I don't know.
I think the Bengals make the playoffs.
See, I don't know though if like the Ravens last year were 8-4. Lamar gets hurt for the last 4 weeks and they lose.
They lost
5.
Games.
Yeah, they lose 6 in a row.
6 in a row.
Which, by the way, I did call. You can check that tape. I said the Ravens might lose out the rest of the year, and they did.
Yeah, they lost 6 in a row.
But to be fair, about the Ravens, though, is the Ravens were 100% not playing good football, but winning games like bullshit.
No,
yeah, they were.
Again,
won,
they
like,
should have
5
lost to
games
the
like
Lions. They should have lost to the Lions.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think the Bengals are better than the Ravens. I think the Bengals are the best.
I think they're a more complete team.
Yeah, I think the Bengals.
I think the Ravens have the worst roster in our division.
I agree with that.
Definitely have the. I want to say worst receiving core, but the Browns' current receiving core is not good.
Yeah, they're.
Well, they at least have Amari, though. I mean, Amari.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I forgot about it. And Donovan Peoples-Jones is a walking over yardage.
And not only that, they also have Njoku. Like that's not.
Njoku got extended. Hooper left.
Hooper's gone.
Yeah,
Hooper's gone.
They also have a better running back room by far.
They have the best. They have arguably the best running back room in the league.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, the Ravens, I know they had a lot of guys who got hurt, like a lot of defensive players that were really good.
Yeah, they had like 30 injuries last year.
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins is coming back. Like, that's definitely going to be like he's going to be a big contributor. But, like, in reality, the Bengals probably have the best overall roster in the division. That's just me. Their defense was great in the playoffs last year, right? They shored up their offensive line. They arguably have the best receiving core in the NFL. Like, I mean, that's like not even like a crazy like debate to say. Like, they got 3 dudes who can go for over 1,000 every year.
They are 3 deep.
Yeah, and they have a good running back in Joe Mixon. And maybe you could say this, like, if you're talking 30 and under, you're talking like the 3rd or 4th best quarterback under 30. Like, I mean, you're looking at a pretty stacked team.
Well, the biggest thing for them is that he is still on a rookie deal for the next 2 years.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also at the same time too, people were talking about the quarterback carousel in the AFC North, like with the 4 quarterbacks, 3.5 count risky, because we don't know. But the running backs in that division is just disgusting. Yeah. Like, literally just disgusting.
Other than J.K. Dobbins, because we don't know what's going to happen.
No, but he was really good before he got hurt.
They have Lamar Jackson, so.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much running back. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a rock fight between those those 2 divisions. It's going to be an absolute rock fight. It always is with the AFC North, but like it's even more so now. Like,
no, it's that, and like the AFC West and North are stupid.
Yeah, but the AFC North, Cal, used to have rock fights because they were just like, not like I'm saying that they were bad. They played bad games. Like, they would play.
No, it's hard nose. It was physical. Game. Yeah, it was physical, hard nose.
Yeah, they would play. That's not going to happen with this era of. It's going to be a fireworks show in this era of football within the AFC North. Complete polar opposite of what the last 10 years was like. Complete polar opposite.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, Deshaun going there was a dagger to the heart. Not for right now. I'm not worried about it right now because we don't know what's going to what's happening with him with suspensions and stuff like that. Not worried at all for this coming season. It's the future.
It sucks. It sucks for the next. As of where the Steelers stand right now, they have by far the worst quarterback in the football player at the quarterback position in the division for the next 10 years. Like, it's like, that sucks. Yeah. It sucks to wake up.
We don't know. Maybe Malik turns into something.
Yeah,
we don't know if we're drafting him or not.
You're probably drafting.
But like right now, where the Steelers stand, like it's because like you could say like the Steelers feel like the Bears have the last like 10 years.
No, don't ever put that on.
I'm talking about as in like a quarterback room. I'm talking about the quarterback room.
Ever.
Like the Steelers have never really woken up. I mean, at least in our lives, really woken up and been like, "Wow, we have the worst quarterback in the division."
We had Tommy Maddox as our quarterback, bro.
Yeah, Cal, but who did the Browns have?
Cordell Stewart was a beast.
Yeah, I know.
Who did the Browns have?
Tim Couch.
You can't even name him.
Great name.
Ty Denver.
Great name.
Brady Quinn.
Great name.
Kelly Holcomb. I can keep running through this son of a bitch.
And they're terrible.
Jake Delhomme played there for a while.
Terrible.
Great.
Terrible.
Vinny Testaverde played there for a hot minute.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's a lot. There's a long fucking list.
It's just crazy.
EJ Manuel, Tyrod Taylor.
And you know who would even feel dumber when you wake up in the morning and being a Raiders fan and being like, wow, we have Derek Carr, who I would say is definitely an above average quarterback.
He's
in the
above
NFL,
15.
And we have the worst quarterback by a long margin. That's almost worse. Like, that almost feels worse. You can't really upgrade much more to Derek Carr.
The AFC West is so stupid.
Oh,
like, the AFC West is actually stupid.
I mean, are we saying that the AFC West is 3 top 5 quarterbacks in the league?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for these 3 top 6. Top 6.
I was going to say, I'll probably put Herbert at 6 right now.
I would, yeah. I mean, 6 is very respectable. I would
Yeah.
say 6 is very respectable.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to understand, too, like, my quarterback rankings changed a lot with Tom Brady retiring and Deshaun Watson not playing. With Deshaun Watson playing, if he does play and everything, whatever goes over,
I don't know if you know this, but Tom Brady didn't retire.
I will wholeheartedly say that, like, the rankings changed a lot, and they're going to change a lot again.
No, they are. I mean, there's a lot that we have to see. I mean, how teams fit or how the new quarterbacks fit in the new systems too. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like Matt Ryan, doesn't have a single goddamn receiver outside of Michael Pittman right now because Zach Pascal is an Eagle, and
They need Julio.
They need anybody. They have Michael Pittman because Zach Pascal just went to the Eagles. T.Y. Hilton hasn't re-signed. All they have right now is Michael Pittman. And again, they have Jonathan Taylor, which is great, but the Colts have nobody catching footballs either.
The thing is, too, with I just lost my train of thought. Shit. Mm-hmm. Go on. I lost my train of thought.
No, it's just about.
That's where I was.
Okay.
Deshaun is going from a offense that was pass first to an offense that is run first. So that we're gonna have to see how that goes as well, because they are by far a run first team. Whereas when he was at Houston, they just said chuck
it's
it.
just gonna make things way easier.
He's gonna be like Aaron Rodgers. I'm
talking about just him. I'm talking about him in general as a player.
Right.
But again, we're talking about him with the Texans. That I mean, their one season they were 4-12, and he was leading the league in yards.
Right.
He's down 30, and they were playing prevent defense the entire time.
Yeah, that's why Will Fuller was a great fantasy option.
Yeah. Deshaun Watson is going to play like Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to throw it for 5,000 yards. He's going to throw it for 4,000, throw like 40 touchdowns, like maybe at most 10 interceptions, and probably complete 70% of passes because he doesn't have to worry about throwing the ball like down the field, like pressing it, because he's got to make plays on his own.
I will say I wish the Browns would have kept Austin Hooper just to see how he played with Deshaun, but it is what it is. What else?
The NFC is the most wide open conference it's ever been.
No, I mean there's going to be probably two. My guess is 2 sub 500 teams make the playoffs. Whoever wins the NFC East, and then another team.
Okay, we're not going to have a sub 500 team in the NFC East. Okay.
No, but for real, I think that genuinely, like, the 7 and 8 seed are sub 500. I really do.
I think there's a good chance the 7 seed's definitely sub 500.
Because
like
you got to think.
8-9.
I mean, like, just the AFC West. Like, at worst, one of those 4 teams is going to go 9 and 8. I think at worst.
Yeah, I think all 3 of them make the playoffs again.
Like, again, I saw a Broncos poll today that was like, where would you put the Broncos right now in terms of teams in the NFL? 1 through 10, 11 through 20, or 20 through 31?
1 through 10.
No, I don't put the Broncos at 1 through 10. I put them because we don't know. We don't know.
It doesn't matter, bro. They're 1 through 10. Listen, think about it this way. Cal and I just had this conversation, okay? Out of the top 10 NFL teams, okay, I would realistically say right now that there's probably 6 of them in the AFC West and the AFC North right now. Possibly 6.
No, I mean, you have to.
At most 6, because I think the Raiders and the Steelers are the only 2 that I can't guarantee top 10. But I have a better feeling about
the Raiders with Devontae, though. I mean, everyone's.
I'm just saying, like, I don't feel like they are a top 10 team right now.
Crosby. Oh, we got Chandler Jones. We didn't say Chandler Jones signed.
Chandler Jones did sign the Raiders.
Yeah.
But like when I look at like the other teams, like I think the Broncos, the Chargers, the Chiefs, and I think the Browns and the Bengals.
Browns with Deshaun Watson, Bengals literally. The Bengals have to be in a top 10 position. So yeah.
And then right now you still have to throw Tampa Bay in there.
Tampa, obviously, the Rams.
I can't put Browns in there for next year.
Well, we can if Deshaun Watson's playing, 100%.
Well, not if he has a 6-game suspension.
No, that's why I was saying if he's playing.
If he's playing, the Browns are in there.
Well, I'm saying if he's not playing, you can't put him in there. Is what I'm saying.
I would agree with that. The Browns are not with Jacoby Brissett. The Browns are not a top 10 team.
No. Even for 6 games. If it's Jacoby Brissett for the first 6 games, they're not. The AFC's too good for them to have 6 games where they go.
If Deshaun Watson doesn't play the first 6 games, I still think they make the playoffs.
10 and 7.
No shot. No shot.
I think they still make the playoffs because at the same reason why we're saying that the NFC is going to like have a sub 500 team
because they have to play AFC teams.
Yeah, the AFC are going to have to all play each other. Like they're going to be playing each other. So
the reason why I don't say that they're an automatic playoff team, if that's the case, because we don't play each other in the division until the second half of the season. So we already said that. Kate and I talked about it. Like say the Browns, if playing our division, they're going to go 3-3. Okay, so there's 3 losses right there. In the first 6 games, if they get 3 losses there, that means there's 6 losses already. If Deshaun Watson's not playing.
Yeah, I say that like I was talking about the AFC North. Like because I was saying the Bengals. I was talking about the Bengals when this conversation. I said the Bengals I think will be the best team in the division because even if they go 3-3 in their division, I still think that they are a 7-4 team outside of the division. Like against everybody else. Now, obviously, depending on who they play exactly, that could definitely fluctuate. But even if they go 6-5, like that's still going to be a borderline playoff team.
No, yeah.
If not for sure playoff team. Maybe win the division because of how competitive it's going to be.
Yeah. Okay. So say Deshaun Watson doesn't get suspended. He will get suspended, but say he doesn't. Browns are a top 10 team. That puts 6.
Right.
Then you got the Rams, who literally just won the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers, unfortunately, still have to be there. Are we going to take the Packers out, who have 39 fucking wins in 3 years?
No, the Packers are in there, but they're not
just high up.
No, they're not.
They're a back end.
They're like 7 or 8 now.
I was going to say 7.
Yeah. I would say I would put them anywhere from 8 to 10 right now because they have too many question marks. Like just like this. Like I would say the Steelers. If the Steelers right now were rolling back the season with Big Ben, I would consider the Steelers more closer top 10 than not. But since they have too many question marks at literally the most important position, they're literally like 14 or 15.
I think there's almost bigger question marks if Big Ben came back this year.
We just don't know about Trubisky, bro. It's just
I do. He's gonna be. He's just gonna.
I think
he's just gonna roll through the league.
The NFC teams that crack the top 10 are literally the Bucks. I think Packers are literally the 9th or 10th team, 8th or 9th, whatever. Obviously the Rams, and I would put the 49ers in there because, I mean, they went to the NFC Championship game, and
I'm not putting the 49ers in there with Trey Lance.
Okay, but like right now they don't have Trey Lance. Like I'm saying right now they don't have they right now is Jimmy Garoppolo, and no matter what we say about him, he wins games. He wins a lot of games.
I know we hate to say it, but then the Cowboys are like around 11 or 12 because they have a decent roster. I mean, it sucks, but
every year they have a good roster.
They've actually had the worst offseason in the NFL.
No, people are picking.
Yeah, I know, but their defense is still intact for the most part.
No, that's the thing. They lost their starting safety in Xavier Woods. They lost Xander Esch, their starting middle linebacker.
That doesn't matter. You have Micah Parsons.
Yeah, they lost 3 offensive linemen. One retired. One went to the Cincinnati, and I think one went to Tampa Bay. They got rid of Amari.
People forget Michael Gallup literally tore his knee up last year. All they have CD right now.
Yeah, like they signed Dalton Schultz back. The Cowboys. They're paying $18 million to a running back who can't even get 1,000 yards in a season. They're in a really bad spot. The Cowboys are.
Yeah. All right.
But they got to walk through division, so.
Carson Wentz and the Commanders, dude. Watch out.
The Eagles.
Dude, I love the memes and him in that jacket. They put him next to Sister Jean, and it said same energy.
Jesus Christ.
The Eagles had one sub 500 season, and we just stopped trolling.
It's mainly because you guys got blown out by Tampa Bay.
You got the Giants. It's not about the Eagles. You got the Giants and you got the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, but listen, we're no different than the NFC North, who literally we had more. We
said this last year.
Teams.
We said this last year. There was the worst division in football.
I didn't argue that.
I'm saying we had one. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you have 2 teams in your division who are either in the playoffs or fighting for the playoffs at above 500 every year. You're not the worst division in football.
By far, the NFC South is the worst division in football.
The AFC South.
Yeah, the AFC South is awful.
They both suck. They're way worse.
Yeah, they're so bad.
They're bad right now.
Listen, mark my words. The Washington
Commanders. It's not even football. It's not even football teams.
They've had 3 names in 3 years. Give me a break.
3 and 4.
The Washington Commanders can win the division and the NFC East as well.
Yeah, with
I
that quarterback.
I'm telling you right now that I would not be surprised if
Scary
Carson
Terry's
Wentz
going to go off for
Scary
go
Terry's
off.
going to be a high draft
well
pick.
with Terry McLaurin.
Mhm.
This is going to be the first time Terry McLaurin's played with a quality quarterback, and the first time that Carson Wentz has played with a really good wide receiver at the same time. Like, it's going to be interesting.
And they got decent running backs. I mean,
Washington's kind of scary.
Their defense needs to figure it the out, though.
I think their defense will, though, because I feel like with their offense being as bad as it was, it does put a lot of pressure on you.
Well, what are we? We are like 3 weeks away from the draft.
Something around that, yeah.
April 24th, I think it is. So a month. Oh, hey, really feel bad for that David Ojaba for Michigan that was doing his pro day towards.
Oh yeah, that shit was up.
And nobody went over to help him up.
They kept going on with the drill.
Yeah.
They moved the ball up to the next person.
Yeah.
That's why when players get their money, we can never complain about it. Period.
No.
Period.
Unless it's gross money like Deshaun Watson, but.
Well, no, that's why you gotta commend like Devontae Adams doing what he did.
No,
I'm not paying for this.
Well, no, actually no, because the Packers offered him more.
April 28th through April 30th. Yes, that is the big problem. That the Packers literally offered him more money, and he still wanted to go.
No, everyone said basically last year he wanted the extension, and they didn't give it to him. They let him ride out his last year of his contract, and he was basically already checked out. So
yeah.
Again, getting anything is better than nothing for him. Again, I love a first and a second. I mean, it is what it is.
It's just gonna be really
again. DeAndre Hopkins got only a second,
which is a ridiculously bad trade.
No, it's horrendous. We at least got a first.
Right. We might see because we're gonna be. Are we gonna do a live show during the draft?
Probably.
I would love that. Because I would really love to see a chair being thrown when the Packers draft another quarterback rather than.
No, they're going to trade up and draft Chris Olave or one of the better receivers.
We
said that last time.
I really hope.
They have to this time. They can't crutch Devontae Adams this year.
No, we have Alan.
We have
Alan Lazard, and that's it. And he was an unrestricted or an undrafted free agent that we picked up from Jacksonville's practice squad.
Yeah, they can't crutch on Devontae Adams getting like literally 1,500 of Aaron Rodgers' 4,000 passing yards. Can't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, they have to draft a receiver. They literally have to. Probably two, honestly. All right. Do you guys want to talk about the World Golf Championship that's going on this weekend? Because I'm going to bet money on Kevin Kisner to win the whole goddamn thing.
I mean, the World Golf Championship, it's cool. It's the match play one, right? It's
it is correct.
Yeah,
yes, that's why.
I think a lot of people have pulled out of that one. I don't know a lot of people, but I think a couple of the winners of the past couple events have. This schedule, like with the players moving to March, has been grueling for.
It hurts a lot of tournaments.
Yeah, I don't think they have. I mean, technically, like their days off. I mean, to be honest, you're playing golf for money for a living. All of your days are days off.
I was gonna say you're playing golf for a living, but yeah, it's tedious to travel.
The travel is definitely exhausting.
Well, we're walking that much every single day.
Walking that much, there's no real recovery.
Well, and the players being as long and extensive as it was, I'm going all the way till was it Tuesday finish? Monday finish?
No, Monday, but I mean,
Monday
players
finish.
probably didn't leave till Monday night.
Monday night, yeah. So
Kevin Kisner, by the way, to win this whole thing's plus 4,600 right now. John Rahm is the favorite at plus 1,300.
I think the craziest thing that's happened though is Phil not playing in Augusta.
Yeah, we should talk about that because the match play coming up is honestly, like if the schedule stays the same, this match play is going to be even more irrelevant than it was in the past. A lot of players don't like playing. First off, this match play, you play more golf than any tournament.
What's my dog doing?
I'm not sure what Munsey's doing.
He's just hanging out.
He's getting ready to squat and piss.
I love that.
I would die laughing.
He's trying to make himself a bed.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna start tamping it down.
But I honestly think you have to play how many? I mean, you play the most golf you do in a tournament during the match play. And coming off of weeks and weeks stretch from ranging from Arnold Palmer to the players to the tournaments in March, the Honda Classic, what everyone plays in. It's like players just don't want to do that. They're not going to make the trip to Texas. I wouldn't fault people for just staying home in Florida and then traveling to Augusta in a couple weeks. Because now we go to the Texas swing.
Exactly.
So, I just think, like I said, unless there's a change in schedule, the match play and tournaments closer to Augusta because of the previous weeks are just going to be more irrelevant.
We not only have we have Augusta. Literally, like 3 weeks later, you have the PGA Championship.
Is the PGA Championship, and then the U.S. Open, and then it's all bang, 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 bang. I honestly don't like that.
No, I don't either. I hate it.
I wish the majors were more spread out.
I liked how they were.
Me too. PGA Championship in August, and then the playoffs in September, and boom,
Ryder Cup, President's Cup.
Ryder Cup, President's Cup, then you start a new season.
Yep.
And sometimes the season's already started, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty much, yeah. They start.
I was going to say, they bump right
after.
into each other, yeah.
We're technically halfway through the season already.
Oh, I know.
Which is
I feel like
wild to think about.
I haven't really watched much golf other than the players. That's really about it.
Honestly, I've been watching it more just because it's on ESPN Plus. So huge shout out to them picking it up. I've been watching it more for that because of that.
Yeah. But no, it's going to be really interesting going forward to see if they do any changes with already what they've already done with moving the majors the way they have and moving the players where they have. It hurts. Like we're going to see like the Arnold Palmer and stuff just going to be dwindled with players and stuff, like high caliber players and stuff.
And plus this new tour, who knows what's going to happen? Like, I mean, first off, with Phil's comments and stuff, we never really talked about that. Phil talking about wanting to make, the most amount of money or play for the most amount of money really doesn't really resonate with me too well. And I understand, a lot of the tour players kind of, I'm sure, feel the same way, considering that Phil's already like, his net worth has to be over at least 50 million or 100 million.
He's like the second most winning golfer of all time.
Why are you going to go play for this tour that has, we're not going to get into the whole politics behind it, but
no, Saudi Arabia is a shithole and you shouldn't associate with them at all. They had a goddamn U.S. journalist killed. That's not up for debate. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, these are bad people. Why are we going to go support them? First off, in the United States, because Greg Norman is the founder and chair, which makes him a shit person too of this tour. Like,
Phil Mickelson has a net worth of $400 million.
Yes.
Why is Phil Mickelson making a stink about playing for tournaments for more money versus keeping his integrity in the game? It makes no sense, and that's why people don't like him right now.
I don't think we've ever seen such a high caliber athlete implode himself over his social
who had
comments.
So much love.
Social comments, not like stuff he did. Like we're like Tiger.
I was gonna say Tiger definitely did
but
more,
he
cheated on his wife. But Phil just made dumb comments like that.
He did it with his words. Phil did it with his words. Other people did it with their actions, doing stupid shit. Okay, he did it with his words and openly. No apologies. Just said F it. See you,
the only person I can think.
See you, KPMG. See you, Callaway. See you, Augusta. See everything. Like,
agreed.
It is absurd. Also,
after we just watched him win the PGA Championship,
yeah, which
like,
is
literally
even more crazy.
It's just nuts.
Also, Evan, this is from Celebrity Net Worth, but his net worth is $400 million. But during his entire career, throughout everything, he's made over $800 million.
Yeah.
Who, Phil?
Sad.
Yeah.
But Phil might go down as one of the biggest crashes in golf history.
Yeah, in sports history.
Yeah.
Literally sports history.
He was always the most loved, universally loved guy on tour.
Yeah.
Why do you got to be greedy when you have $800 million or a net worth of, or whatever? I know it's not all liquid and stuff. I'm sure he has a bunch of stocks, considering that he was actually charged for insider trading almost. But come on, dude. Keep your integrity, and
Cool. Look who it is on the DVD.
Why are we doing this? This is a tour that gave you everything. I just don't get it. I don't get the motive behind it.
He was trying to grow the game.
Yeah.
In his mind, he thinks he was doing the right thing, but that's not.
There's a massive trade-off here. You're growing the game.
Greg Norman's saying the same thing. He says he's growing the game.
But you're also associating yourself with shitty people. Really shitty people.
Yeah.
No, with literal killers.
Murderers.
What's the trade-off? I'd rather just keep it the same at the PGA Tour level.
Well, that's why none of the players signed up for it, because it was an absolute.
People can still make a living on the Corn Ferry Tour. I mean, eventually you make it to the PGA Tour if you're, making a living there. But you don't need to have this big Saudi League tour that, tries to wipe the PGA Tour off the planet because they offer more money.
They never will. I mean, look at the European tour. It's never even came close.
Guys, it's like trying to get rid of the NFL. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So, definite tangent there. Do we have anything else to add in the golf world? Other than Tiger might be playing. No one said anything yet.
Yeah, they don't.
I did see a report that Tiger was shooting for a return in 2023. So
he's on the Masters website.
The 2023 Masters.
I think he's lying.
I do too.
I think he's lying too. I don't believe that report. He played the PNC limping. You're telling me that he can't come out and play Augusta National today? That's false. I know he's at.
It's the hardest walking tour.
I mean, it's definitely not.
Give him a handicap sticker.
The only thing that I'll say about Tiger Woods, is that you'll never count him out.
Never.
Correct.
Never. Like all the reports of what people are saying is that he's even more devoted than he's ever been, because he literally.
I believe that.
He literally said he's I up, so I gotta get back. It's such a weird. It's so crazy how some people are mentally built in this world compared to others. Like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Michael Phelps. These dudes are wired completely different than almost everybody in the world you can ever find. That literally, no matter what happens to them, no matter what's going on, they literally can channel a part of their brain that's so driven and it's unstoppable. It's inevitable.
Again, I hate the man. I genuinely hate the man, but Tom Brady is that way because, again, this man has 7 Super Bowls and is coming back because he has unfinished business.
Yeah. Right. I mean, he's on.
He's on the list. I mean, I
should have mentioned him too, and I didn't. But those guys, like Kobe, they are just so wired different that no matter what, you just can't rule it out. It's not a matter of fact of if; it's a matter of fact of when with those guys. It's so freaking crazy.
Yeah, Kobe and Tiger, are cut from the same cloth. I mean, I go back and I think Kobe's regiment each day when he wakes up at he used to wake up at 2 or 2:30, would go in and work out and already be done at 4 a.m. and then work out again.
Yeah, he had 2 workouts in by anybody else showed up.
Yeah. And Tiger did literally military strength training to compete on the PGA Tour when he absolutely did not have to. Had this almost the same regimen where he's, the whole 2 workout thing. Maybe Tiger has 9 holes before anyone wakes up in.
Tiger used to wake up, run 2 miles, lift, hit balls.
In army boots. Boots.
Yeah, play 18 holes by the time it was 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, and then he'd take a nap and then do it all over again.
Right.
He'd hit another workout and then play more golf and hit until his hands bled on the range.
Yeah.
Nuts.
That's what he's doing right now. That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, we all know he's at medalist grinding.
Right now he is grinding, and he's grinding in his backyard harder than you could ever imagine. The dude is doing that man is probably rehabbing or has been rehabbing harder than any human has ever rehabbed. Not only am I going to rehab, I'm going to rehab better than any that's ever rehabbed. That's how he's wired.
All right, crazy. I understand that, but hear me out. Is he built like Mark Wahlberg? Because I don't think so. Have you guys ever seen Mark Wahlberg's workout every day?
Yeah,
his daily routine?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg wakes up at 3 a.m., does 2 lifts.
So he wakes up at 1:30,
Wakes up at 2:30, 2:45 prayer time, 3:15 is breakfast, 3:40 to 5:15 is workout, 5:30 post-workout meal, 6 a.m. shower, 7:30, so he takes an hour and a half shower, by the way. 7:30 is he plays a round of golf.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock, he has a snack, then he goes into the cryo chamber. 10:30 is a snack, 11 is noted specifically for family time.
Where does this man sleep?
1 o'clock is lunch.
He goes to sleep at 7 p.m.
Yeah. 3 o'clock, he picks the kids up from school, has another snack at 3:30. Workout number 2 is at 4. At 5, he showers for the second time. 5:30 is dinner and family time, and then 7:30 is bedtime. He gets 5 hours of sleep.
What I want to know is, when this man has to shoot a movie, what is his schedule like? Because he would just be he's got to be the most strict dude of all time to probably just going on the fly to things, like makes a decision what his next move is.
No one works as hard as Mark Wahlberg. Never forget that.
That's got to be a complete polar opposite. How do you live like that? You go from one extreme to the next.
Yep.
Never forget. No one works as hard as Mark Wahlberg. All right. Do we have anything else to add?
I do not.
All right. I just want to touch on the NHL trade deadline really quick. Mainly, it's that Marc-Andre Fleury got traded from the Chicago Blackhawks to the Minnesota Wild. The Penguins got Rickard Rakell, which he's the leading Anaheim Ducks scorer since 2015, so that's a huge get for the Penguins, especially if they're going all in. The Carolina Hurricanes got Max Domi, which is absolutely massive. The Florida Panthers got Claude Giroux, which, as much as I hate that redheaded bastard, he is very good at hockey, and the Panthers are a very good team this year.
So it seems like to me all of these, we just kind of named like the basically top 4 of the top 7 teams in the NHL right now.
Yeah.
Seems like everybody made moves to get better. We definitely got better.
No, the Avalanche got 4 players. They got Andrew Cogliano, who's great depth forward.
Well, they signed McKinnon, too, to that big extension.
Who?
Didn't they sign McKinnon to a big extension?
Nope.
I could have swore I saw an update about it, but I could have been wrong.
No, he did not. There was no McKinnon news. They got I can't remember his name, but he's a top 6 forward for the Canadians. Lehkonen or something?
Yes, Lehkonen. Yep.
They traded for him with Montreal. The Avalanche traded Montreal for him. He was one of their best scorers. I think he was their leading scorer this year, actually. So that's just going to help because he's going to probably be our second left winger, probably.
Who is McKinnon playing? McKinnon's on the first line now, obviously.
Yeah, because Gabe's
Who's
out.
playing center?
Nate does. When Gabe is out, Nate plays center.
Okay.
Their top line right now is, I believe it's Val, Nate, and Mikko Rantanen, which just means there are 2 massive out there to protect Nate.
Where's Kadri? Is he on the third line?
Kadri's second line.
Second line, okay.
Yeah,
so if they throw Lehkonen and Kadri together, that'd be nice.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. What else? I think those are the big ones that happened. What did the Zach Parise got extended by the Islanders. Yeah, the big ones, the biggest ones are Claude Giroux and Marc-Andre Fleury, I would say, almost certainly. Max Domi's big, but I don't think as big as those 2.
I think that Fleury being a Vezina winner last year, then being dealt to the Blackhawks, first off, was the biggest shame.
For a literal box of wet noodles.
The biggest shame in NHL history, but that's beyond the point. The Wild getting Marc-Andre Fleury, I don't know what their goalie situation was. I don't really follow the Minnesota Wild much. But obviously it's an upgrade with the MVP of last year. And yeah, it's going to be problems for the Avalanche because the Minnesota Wild are good.
We'll see what happens. I'm not worried. The Avs are still the best team in the league. So
without Landy, it's going to be tough.
They've already said he's ahead of schedule to come back before the end of the season. So
well, that's good. You guys get Landy back, then you guys will probably be in good shape. Vegas sucks.
Vegas is dog shit.
Thank God.
The Oilers are.
They deserve all of the bad luck. Oilers will make the playoffs.
Well, I was going to say the Avalanche right now are going to either play the Oilers or the Wild.
Unfortunately,
Vegas.
We don't have a comparison for them anymore, considering Giannis won a title now. But the Oilers are, always that team to watch out for. Obviously, they can get pretty hot, but haven't proved anything to us yet.
I was going to say they still don't have goaltending. It's like Toronto. Toronto's really good, but Toronto doesn't have goaltending. They don't.
Honestly, the Oilers should have made a push for Fleury, and if they get Fleury, I think they win the Cup this year.
The Maple Leafs should have literally sold their soul to get Fleury. If they get Fleury, they win the Cup.
Yeah. Another team that'd be a huge – they're still a contender, but,
Yeah. Evan, do you want to talk about the UFC news that came out today, or are we just going to go to bets?
Yeah, so Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal fought UFC 272.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you guys caught that. Definitely on social media, any type of MMA outlet. These guys had really, really bad blood between each other. Covington was talking about Jorge's kids. I mean, these two guys used to live together. So being former roommates, they ended up fighting in a really bad blood fight. Colby Covington destroyed
I was going to say,
Masvidal.
handled business.
We all thought that was going to happen. And then last night, they were in a restaurant together, and Masvidal caught wind that Masvidal caught wind that Covington was coming to the restaurant or whatever, was there with the Nelk boys. He pulled up and he broke two of Covington's teeth and is now being charged for felony assault. So, my opinion on it.
Wait, when was this last night?
Yeah.
My opinion on it can go both ways, really. First, you don't ever talk trash about someone's family and kids. That's messed up. Second, like Jorge just got manhandled in the fight, and now he's kind of, definitely a bit of a sore loser, pulling up out of nowhere to attack somebody. It's never good, but I understand it though. I mean, the dude's a street fighter. It's where he came from.
I was going to say, he also did specifically say that show up in Miami, I'll show up too.
Yeah. So he was trying to fight Covington on the streets after they fought in the ring. So we'll see what comes of it. Jorge Masvidal signed a new contract right before the fight. Good for him, because honestly, all of his bargaining would have been gone after that ass whooping that he just took by Covington. But we'll have to see. Maybe a Covington Masvidal too. Who knows? But
I don't even know I don't know if you can have one now.
He broke Covington's tooth, which is crazy. That's a hard punch.
It's genuinely hilarious.
Yeah. But that's really about it for UFC. I mean,
yeah, no, that's the only thing that happened. It's just wild that it occurred. All right, into bets, boys?
Yes, sir.
All right.
My question. So, Cal, did TCU hit the over?
No.
So you went 1-1 with Miami winning then?
Correct.
Yeah.
Cade went 2-0. You went 1-1. I went 1-1.
Yep. I've got all the units updated here. So Cal made a whopping 0.02 units this week.
Big boy moves.
3-1. Okay. Updates for the units. I'll just do that real quick. I'm at 7.89 after losing this week, minus 0.1. Ty is next, I believe. You made a big jump.
Yep.
6.24 units now. Cade made a big jump as well, up to 3.81 units. And Cal is at minus 2.31 through week 9.
We're still positive, and also our pod parlays, we're 2 of 4 in the last 4, so.
Yes, we are.
Well, 2 and 2 in the last 4. All right. So yeah, that brings the whopping total to I'm 11-7, Cal is 8-10, Cade is 10-7-1, and Evan is 9-9. So overall, we're still batting 500 as a group. All right. Yeah, I already got my bets this week. It's easy for me. It's March Madness still. Cade, I'm sorry. UNC plus 115 for sure. I know. I know.
Is it money line?
Yeah, that's money line.
Okay, what's your other one?
Texas Tech money line minus 118.
Wait.
UNC wins, Duke loses. Everyone's happy. That's literally my bet.
Okay.
You fucker, dude.
What happened to Kiz? You should have put in a bet for Kiz, bro.
Oh no! I found out if I parlay the 3 of them, Kiz to win and then those 2 to win, it's like $2,000.
I can't believe you did that, Ty.
I know.
Let's see who's fighting this week. Oh, Kaikara Francis.
Yeah, that
it's
was
such a good bet, though, dude. It's such a good bet. The UNC game's such a good bet.
Yeah.
Underdog in every game, win every game. Oh, they were favored in the Marquette game.
Kate, did you end up taking him, by the way, at plus 20,000 to win the whole thing? Damn.
Nope, I will never do that.
They're currently sitting at plus 3,000.
All right. I'm going to take Arkansas +9 against Gonzaga. 9.5. Sorry, +9.5. That is -110, Evan.
+9.5, -110, so it's 0.90. Okay, next bet.
I'm going to take Miami -2.5. -110.
-110 again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like the Miami bet a lot. Miami looks like a really good team right now.
Mm-hmm. Guards win.
Yeah.
I'm taking the under 59.5 in the first half of the Iowa State Miami game.
Why are you the way you are?
Because I won $750 this week doing that.
Under 59.5?
Yes.
Who is this?
Iowa State at the Miami Iowa State game.
What's the over under?
The first half over under count?
Okay, the most points between both teams to score is 27 in the first half this tournament. Both teams. It's the most they scored is 27.
He's coming with numbers now. He's ready for this over under shit.
What's the odds
59
plus
seems
136. Plus 136. That's an alternative. I made it even.
Okay. What's your next bet?
Even better. I even dropped it. The over under is 62. So I put it to 59.5. And then Houston money line versus Arizona +100. Taking down 1 seed.
I'll make a bet here for the college.
Which is actually crazy that they're +100 when it's a 5 versus 1. And
Evan, since you're so far up on units, to really just hammer it home, you should take St. Peter's money line +640 against Purdue.
I actually did do something kind of like that already. Let's see.
Arkansas is 9.5-point dogs is an interesting one. That's a lot of points.
That's why I took it.
That's like a lot of fucking points.
Hey, by the way, Kyrie Irving's averaging 37.5 since the All-Star break.
I'll just take Miami.
In what his 3 games that he's played?
Kind of want to go roll with the Dukies, but whatever.
You're not allowed to bet directly against me, you dickwad.
So my first bet is Kaikara France by knockout +750, and Miami -2.5 at +9 or -110, which is 0.9 units.
So you're taking the -2.5 as well?
Yes.
Okay. And you said Kaikara France by KO?
Yep.
Cool. All right, pod parlay. What are we coming up with here?
Oh,
I'm not putting UNC in the pod parlay. I don't think we can do that.
Thank you.
I do like Texas Tech though against Duke. I really do.
Well, I do like Miami. For winning purposes of the pod parlay, I would definitely not put Kaikara France in there.
No, I think we're gonna have to do Texas Tech, Houston money line, Arkansas +9, Miami -2.5.
What's that again?
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to do Texas Tech, Houston money line, Arkansas +9, and Miami -2.5. Technically, we're using both of Cade's bets, but Evan also took Miami money line, or -2.5.
I did.
Wait, we're taking both of my bets?
Basically, yes. We kind of have to.
You guys are
We
just
have one of the same bets. I like Miami too. Do we do Texas Tech money line?
Yes, -118.
And then so I got Houston, Miami -2.5.
Arkansas
Texas
+9.
Arkansas +9, okay.
Okay, we're riding.
I got +9.5 on here.
Yeah, I do.
9.5. It's 9.5.
It's 9.5. Yeah.
Plus 1246. Okay.
It's great. That's great.
All right. Wait.
A little 25 on it. 311.
Right, so let me catch up. So we have Arkansas +9.5.
Yep.
Texas Tech money line.
Texas Tech money line.
Why didn't you just take the -1 when it's literally -110 tied instead of -820?
Because that could push, and I don't want to push.
Okay, valid.
Yep.
Valid. I mean, valid. I'm not arguing. And then what was the other one? We said Houston. Is it Houston +1.5 Cal?
No, money line.
Houston
money line.
plus a hundy.
And then Miami -2.5.
Yep.
Right? Is that what we did, Evan? -2.5, not the money line?
Yes. -2.5.
Okay. All right, I got +1246.
Yep.
I shall put
$10 bet wins you $124. Wouldn't that be some shit, boys?
I'm doing $8.64 because will make my account even at $20 right now.
Holy shit, why can't I cash this out? Evan, I'm hitting on the hockey parlay right now, buddy.
Yeah, I knew the Pens were up 4-1. I don't know what you had otherwise. Would you bet 10 to win like what? $1,200 or something like that?
No. I got a 9-leg parlay that's currently hitting. That's plus 17,000.
Oh my god. What is that? 10 to win 17,000 then? Or
1,700.
Yeah, 1,700.
So far, I've gotten Carolina right, New Jersey right, the Blues right, Penguins right. Winnipeg's currently winning. Dallas is currently winning. I need the Coyotes and the Kings to win, and holy.
Those are two of the worst to be an anchor, especially the Coyotes. Who are they playing?
The Kraken.
Okay, they're bad.
Yeah.
But it's a battle of the bad, really.
And the Kings are playing the Predators, which I'm kind of worried about that one. Preds are coming off of a back-to-back last night, so.
Okay, all right, then I like that then.
I'm more emotionally hurt from the fact that the Rangers lost to the Devils because that over my 5-legger that I sent to you.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah, that one lost because I had the Rangers in it. How the fuck did Tampa Bay lose to Carolina, by the way?
Because Carolina's really good.
So it's Tampa Bay.
They're better than Tampa Bay.
God damn it. All right, so Pod Parlay is Texas Tech, Houston, Arkansas +9, Miami -2.5. Just go put money on. We're giving you money.
We are.
Agreed. I hate Notre Dame for life, by the way.
Yeah, no, I still cannot believe I lost my 14-leg parlay by a half a point. That shit hurts.
Oh.
All right, that's the show. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Twitter and YouTube.
Yep. Pornhub.